and Jonah.
How's it going? Back at it with video number 2. If you haven't seen video number 1 already, 1, 2, and 3, link in the description right here. We'll put it somewhere wherever my finger lands. Alright? Join us again with another video, another topic conversation. This is probably be a good one. And hopefully you guys enjoy. And like and subscribe, please.
What are we getting into today, Johannes?
Well, today we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna talk about our boy Trae Young, man. I mean, it's been a few years now. You know, everybody raves about him, but me personally, I'm not really a big fan of him. You know, I know Jonah over here, he has some potential in him, but me personally, I just don't think Trae Young, 1, belongs in the NBA right now.
That's a stretch.
And 2, he needs to figure out what kind of game he wants to play. If he wants to really be successful, he got to figure out a way to translate that to have some success. What are your thoughts on that, Jonah?
All right. So one, I want to hear why you don't think he should be in the NBA at all.
All right. Well, honestly,
because I'm about to pull up the highlights as you're talking. I just
that's fine. Listen, he can have all the highlights he wants. All I know is them L's is a lot bigger.
Okay.
Them L's is a lot louder, but. I mean, honestly, Trae Young, he's just a watered down Curry, which is another thing. What I'm saying is, you know, the inspiration of Curry, it kind of made a lot of watered down players. You know, all they want to do is just shoot threes. They want to do all this dribbling.
What do you mean by watered down, though?
Like watered down is in there's no multi-dimensional players. They're either you want to shoot threes. Or he's going to dribble a lot and then do last-second passes to the big man.
Isn't that what the league overall has turned into?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly.
But isn't that the evolution of basketball where it gets to that point?
Oh, no.
Where it's like, this is where everything is headed.
No, it's definitely an evolution, but not all evolutions is a good evolution.
No, and I can agree with you, but unfortunately, this is like the way that everything is just going.
And that's why basketball's trash now.
It is. Overall, I can agree with you. But I like to give credit where it's due, and I think Trae Young is, for what the league is now, Trae Young belongs. He's a scorer, right? He's flashy, he can score, he passes the ball, and he plays no defense. That's your favorite thing right there. And he plays no defense.
He definitely plays no defense, but it's just more of, like, his game it's trash to me.
Okay.
Like, it's just a bunch of threes, just a bunch of shooting. You know, when they took out the year where they put the call in where they can't force fouls, force personal fouls, he literally went off the face of the earth. Because that's it. There was no. It's a lot harder for him now to get those easy free throws and buckets. But now it's like, so you watch the Hawks game, yeah, he's giving you 40, but are they winning?
And I want you to know any stats that I look up, you just let me know. I'll look up the same stats for you. So
no problem.
I'm just looking right now. The Trae Young, his 3-point percentage. So for the year, let's see if I can find it.
He said 32%, I think.
32%. His field goal.
32 points per game. That's
42.9.
That's overall.
Yeah, overall.
That's not bad.
Scoring 27, right? 9th in the league in that. Yeah. Rebounds, obviously, he's not going to be in that. He's leading 2nd in assists in the league.
No, that's good.
It's really good.
Valid.
So that's why I don't think I can agree with you or understand why you would say like he doesn't belong in the league. Do I think that, you know, he's the best player in the league? Absolutely
not. He's not even top 15.
No, he's not. But overall, he does belong in the league, and he is above average player.
What team will take him right now and make him the focal point?
Let's think. Making him the focal point with the way that he plays, he's not going to have the same freedom that he has on the Hawks right now.
But why?
Anywhere else.
But why is that?
Because it doesn't turn into wins. It's like James Harden, right? My Rockets.
Yeah.
Right? James Harden was a dominant offensive player. But what happened come playoff time? You focus in on that one player and you get shut up.
But I think what happened with Harden was, I think Harden fell in love. I think he fell in love with the wrong skills that he developed. Because overall, Harden is a very good player overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think
especially prime Harden.
Oh yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
Prime Harden is a beast.
Yes.
That those first years when he went to the Rockets, those first years, like beast.
Yeah.
But he fell in love with the easy buckets. Like the fouls, he fell in love with trying to be this playmaker.
Yeah.
Once he fell in love with that, I stopped taking his game serious. I stopped liking his game because it just became more of what can I do to find loopholes in the NBA and with these calls. And it's kind of trash. It makes it trash because now it's like, okay, now you're purposely trying to get fouled. When in this day and age, it's so easy to get fouled.
Yeah. But again, he was another person that helped elevate the game, right? You look at it as trash, and I'm going to agree with you. Like, he elevated, I'm just going to use that word because that is what the game is now. People look for the fouls. That is a part of it.
No, he created that, and that's trash. Yeah, he created that trend.
Getting the hand.
Yeah. Him, Chris Paul, and I love Chris Paul. Even Chris Paul, he falls into that category of developing this little gimmick of, you know what? If I can't get a bucket by a layup or a jump shot, I'm just gonna do a little petty little foul to make you get off of me. That's to me that's not the right way to play the game.
No,
it's not.
All right, before we get into the James Harden, overall, you still don't think Trae Young belongs in the league?
I don't think.
He may not be that great. He may not be the best player in the league for averaging 27 points, which is amazing, right?
Let me give this perspective. Him personally deserves to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
He worked hard. He's a great player, basketball wise. But for me, do I think if I had a draft, right, and Trae Young was in that draft, depending on who's in that draft, I'm not picking him.
That's fair.
I'm not picking him.
That's fair.
Yeah. If I was the Hawks and I could redraft, I'm not drafting Trae Young again.
Well, they also did right. It was actually the Mavs.
This was Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
I would have stuck with Luka Doncic.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fun fact. Rick Carlisle. Mm-hmm. He's best friends with my college coach back in Mooresville. Mm-hmm. And when Luka got drafted, he called him and said, "Dude, you need tickets because Luka is gonna be the next guy." And this is before he even came to America.
Really?
True story.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but. You put it in that context. This dude was replaced. He replaced Luka Doncic.
What do you mean?
They picked him over Luka Doncic.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you want to put it that way, yeah, for sure.
That's an ultimate big L.
It is, but if we want to change perspectives, can't we say the same thing about Luka? Also, he's dominating on a team that is also. Yeah, they're winning, but
their team is better though. Their team is set up to be better. The thing with Luka, which I can't stand, is that he has yet to develop a defensive anchor, to be a defensive anchor. They do. Right. Luka can control the offense. He can control the game offensively. When it comes to that defense,
it's bad.
One, he be out of shape. He don't be in enough shape to control both sides of the ball. Yeah. He has to. He's 6'7", 6'6".
Yeah.
He needs to develop that defensive anchor to really lead the Mavs. That's gonna be the difference between the Mavs winning chips and the Mavs barely making it. Is Luka Doncic developing that defense?
Okay, so you're talking about better. They have the better team.
Yeah, they do. What if
Trae Young had a better team? Would people still have this stigma on Trae Young?
So let's compare to the teams in the East and who he has right now. So he has Clint Capella, DeJounte Murray for 2 years now.
Yeah.
He's had Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish isn't there anymore.
Oh, he was. He was.
And he came off the bench.
Who else they got? They got Bogdanovich. The mid-range specialist. Bogdanovich. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Bogdanovich. Whatever.
Yeah, him. We know. They had him for a few years now. He's ridiculous.
No, he's good. He's a good shooter. Yeah.
And I mean that team is solid. The problem was. They're going up against Jimmy Butler in the Heat, Giannis.
It's a lot.
They're going up. Well, that's really the only two teams really in the East that he had to go up against. Everyone else is knockoffs. But
I think if they had a more well-rounded team, I don't think the stigma would be on them.
You know what they would need? DeJounte Murray was a good pickup.
He was.
But I don't think they use him correctly to coexist with Trae Young. No. I don't think they use him correctly.
Definitely not.
Because DeJounte Murray's a lot. He could be a lockdown defender and give you a solid 20 points a game.
Yeah.
So
But that's two dominant ball handlers also, and that's where I feel like it
Murray
was
can't
also
handle
a waste
ball.
of a trade to get him. And it's like, all right, is Trae Young gonna have the ball, or it's gonna be DeJounte? And it's like, it has to be Trae Young, then it has to be just a whole bunch of really good role players. And again, I think back to that year. What was it that we were just talking about? The semi-conference.
2021.
2021 semi-conference. Trae Young led that.
He was balling.
That was Trae Young,
He
and
was balling.
yeah, we may not see him in the playoffs now, but that he's still playing at that degree.
I tell you,
Is he gonna get that far? I don't think so. That's why I wanted him to play that game.
If Trae Young learns to adapt to playing off ball and being a perimeter threat off the ball,
Yeah.
they'll win more games.
Yeah.
They'll win more games. I don't see him as a true point guard. I gotta see how he's getting these 11 assists. Like, is he actually setting up the offense, or is it one of those like I'm driving lane, little dump off to Clint Capella?
Yeah. You know, I watch a lot of games. I watch almost everybody. Unfortunately, the Hawks is not one of them.
I'm not watching that.
The Hawks, I've never bet on. I've never really wanted to, and yeah, so I can't speak on it too much. But yeah, that's it for Trae Young.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, listen, Trae Young, you know, you a good dude, you know what I mean, but you gotta elevate your game, man. You gotta elevate that game. This shooting. You gotta find a little way to get these wins.
Just yesterday, 32 points, 15 assists, 17 3-pointers made. Right, that was against the Warriors. Double.
Yeah, they stopped Curry's 60-point game. It's crazy. No, yeah, hey.
They're capable.
It's a good game.
They're capable.
It's a good game.
Trae Young is capable. I think the dude just, he has a bad stigma, a bad rap to him, and unfortunately that's just stuck with him. I think the dude's a baller. He cool.
He cool.
Yeah.
He cool.